A lot of bad people.
God bless. Jesus Christ.
Hello. Vanquish. Hello, Father.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant,
Oh, wait, no,
Chevalier
the other person.
d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a
Last.
warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Pleasure
It's a
all
pleasure to
mine.
make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
How did you?
end up imprisoned in Malachov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Enlighten me.
Oh, be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh? I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Malachov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted, but they never broke my spirit.
Poet?
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to
Is he a
amuse us?
blowhard?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement?
Yes.
I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where you been?
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Let's not poke that story, huh? Yeah, let's
How
ask.
come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
You know, this is, yeah, here in the same situation as Henry. Everyone think you are a filthy peasant until stated otherwise, until you have someone to vouch for you. And considering...
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing.
Not going to die.
Friends,
My ear.
We'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Like civilized people.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
Yeah.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Sure.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
Won't Sigismund spy, or at least a scout, saw the huge new army?
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
I don't know, man. Feeding the ego of job size? That sounds dangerous.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
All
I'll
right.
help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Well.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain defeat for all of us.
Yay.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
With integrity. Or maybe just too stupid to stop.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
The resource but lacking the will? Or is it the courage?
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Strong influence.
Anna of
Did not tell me anything at all.
The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Well, what can go wrong?
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Drink.
Success to our plans.
Alright, what could go wrong? Letting a widowmaker into a party of males. I'm sure nothing bad would happen. Yes, I'm sure nothing bad would happen. Oh, I just apped myself, huh? Alrighty.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Alright, I talk later.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I don't know. Alrighty. Ay,
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopry to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
why? I just now realized Godwin's father, I think he is like 60 plus years old. You have to understand, that's like 120 in those times. Alrighty.
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
Who?
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh. Less peacefully, Godwin.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen,
Father?
surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? you'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Well,
Make room for us. We'll just
I'm pretty
settle
sure God
a
wouldn't
very
have to, like,
private matter.
yep.
It's an
I'm pretty sure God
honorable
wouldn't have,
duel, man against man. Stay back.
Just like impossible! Time and no mercy!
Alright.
They teach you that in the seminary.
Man, this boy have an action.
That was sneaky.
This boy have very powerful.
Not bad for a priest.
What's wrong with your legs?
Alrighty.
Smile, you fuck! While you've still got teeth!
Enough. That will do.
Alrighty. What's wrong? What's wrong, brother?
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. That you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
He always been like that.
Not at all.
Wait, what?
I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
Soft?
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I need the outcome of the war. I need you outside.
I've got to get him
Sure.
on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
Thought to word.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Alright.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Family rebellion. I do not know. Holy Lord. That's a big piggy. Oh, I need that. You? No. No. She is in. Alright, so the next one is in here.
God be with you, my
Here?
friend.
Or maybe somewhere else. Hello? Noble. Oshka? Oshka?
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
I'm gonna be the salesman from hell.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Let's not question his bravery.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Liechtenstein, young Lord Capon? Hey, we getting Capon hitch. Nice.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
But not inexperienced.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Hey, we getting Capon hitch. Nice. Now we just need to get Henry hitch and we will have our family of bros.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Now hopefully we did not make Hans marry a potato. Let's pray, huh? Let's pray to the Lord Almighty. Oh, the Lord Almighty. Oh. Wait, Hanush? Hanush down. Hopefully. Let's hope we did not push Hans to be... Where is Hanush?
To a good harvest.
Hanush? I am... Hey, Hanush?
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Lord is going to get married.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bushek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yitka.
Bushek of Kunstadt? The Bushek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it.
He's... Hanush is good.
Young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Hey!
Oh, you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parleying skills.
Cheers to me! Alright. Alright, Godwin. You gonna be the priest for Henry wedding as well. If I have my way. Alright, how am I gonna F up this final one, huh? This thing is going very smoothly for some reason. I expected to have like a 10 extra fetch quest right about now. Hello? Is she up? No. Where is she? That's Hans. So, in the dungeon? Like a Black Widow? Or maybe I'm just going insane. Hello? Hello? Let's not try to loot stuff, huh? There's no point really to loot stuff.
Bloody well done.
Where is May? PieLicker? Why does she have name?
We're trying to forge an alliance against...
Wait.
Sapocek.
I'm taught.
Your
I'm
niece
taught.
Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Well, I'm gonna F up Godwin.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Keeper.
Here's to a good bargain.
Bargain? Oh, good enough, I suppose. Good enough. Alright, I don't think I can... I don't think Godwin is able to have another one in him.
How's it going?
Now, where the F is the Black Widow? Ah, young widow. Where is the young widow? Ah,
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your
oh, she looks
diplomatic support. And your money.
I wonder
No
if we
beating
begin
around
to
the
allow
bush,
Henry
eh?
to have a chance
I like
with her.
that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ! Be praised. You're astute.
I don't know if
I should say so.
letting
All
Henry
sorts of
marry
people
a
have their
Black
eyes
Widow
on
would
my
be good.
money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
You know a lot, my lady.
Hit the nail
I
on
don't
the
care.
head again.
I don't want to take the
You're
speech
well
XP.
informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd
She's-
say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you come to the right place.
You're in
Let's
the
not
right
ask,
place. This occasion provides all of those things.
It should say
The
Todd.
wine
I
here is
think
average.
she will
The cooks
assume
lack
that she cannot,
imagination.
that she
And I have
assumes you
yet
would doubt
to hear
her
any
intelligence.
interesting offers. So,
Up.
to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Sigismund revenge on a woman. Eh?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan,
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
You want me? Alright. What about...
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones
Alrighty.
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's
Oh, then groom her path everywhere. Let's reach it outside of her gate, shall we? The evil of Bohemia. Wrong one. West? Nope, cannot read. Oh well. Groom, groom, groom. The one horse with a saddlebag? Henry. Horse. Callius. Which one?